Alright, I'm going to get started now. Start a little bit earlier than I normally do. I usually wait a couple minutes before I get started, but I'm ready to start now. I think it's time for a chill screen. Oh. Because I did sleep well, it's just, oops. I want to move me. There we go. I did sleep pretty well, it's just that I set an alarm for me to wake up like an hour earlier than I normally do. Why is the blanket like twitching out when I talk? I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. That's better. Oh no, you can see my arm. That a little bit bigger. this thing doesn't want to work properly for me. But yeah, anyways, yeah. It's an alarm for me to wake up an hour earlier than I normally do. And because of that, since I basically just forced myself to wake up, I started to get like a super bad headache. I did take some painkillers not before I started. I'm hoping those kick in, but I'm gonna be trying doing something that's not as like intensive, so to speak. And I just got a little bit of inspiration about doing like a tier list stream, because I always wanted to do some tier lists and just see how my opinions differ from others. And it's the whole point of the joke of, oh look, a controversial stream, let's do it. Alright. Every double arm. I think I'm gonna do some simple ones first. I'm gonna do... Let's make the first one be about fast food. Best fast food, fast casual restaurants. Okay, okay, I want to add in a tier. Can I add in a tier? Add row below. Okay. Like that. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Okay, and then we will change that to like black. And we will rename this as F. Okay. Taco Bell is S tier. I do order Taco Bell a lot, but just gonna have to wait and see what I say. But okay, I'm going to get this captured, and don't yell at me for using Firefox, because I know a lot of people like to yell at me for using Firefox. I think I might need to make myself a little bit smaller so you can see everything. Yeah, it's good. Okay. My head still hurts. Firefox? Why aren't you being normal and using Chrome? No, Chrome sucks, actually. Chrome is actually probably one of the worst web browsers I've ever had the pleasure of using. That's the kind of reason why I like Firefox, because at least Firefox knows what the fuck it's doing. Alright, anyways. Can't fuck Chrome, I use Opera. Opera's fine. Not for me, though, because there's some things that some extensions I like using that that are not available on Opera, so... Okay, so I just start from the top of the list, which is A&W. So all the A&W restaurants that are, where I live, they're, like, comboed up with KFC. And so whenever I want anything from A&W, I have to go to the KFC. So, yeah. A&W, I guess they're kind of like... Wait, what the fuck? Where's the 8? Well, I need to get an A tier. There's no A tier on here. Add a row above. Okay. I don't know why there's no A tier on here. That's not what I clicked. The fuck? I clicked the gear icon. It's weird. I clicked the gear icon and it's like, oh, so you wanna move that row down? Okay. But yeah, all the A&W restaurants they have here are bundled up with KFC as well. They're like combo stores. They have both A&W and KFC together. I'm not sure what it's like anywhere else, because yeah, that's just how they have it over here. I'm not sure if it's the same for everywhere else. A&W, I say they're definitely a lot better compared to other burger joints, but I wouldn't go out of my way to actually get their food. I do like their like glass frosted root beer is always the best. I would definitely put them in B tier. They're kind of like probably pretty close to high A. But like low A, high B is where I would put them. Okay. Okay, KFC is down here, so I'm not gonna do them just yet. So, Arby's. Arby's is very interesting because, I'll say that I do like their food, but I can't eat it very often just because of my problems with, you know, dairy stuff. Yeah, and they like to use very heavily, very heavy lactose cheese with a lot of their sandwiches, and so, um, if they actually gave you options to use different types of cheese, I definitely would put them much higher. But for now, they're gonna be in C tier because they actually do have some good things. Because their seasoned curlies are fantastic. I love them. Yes, I'm lactose intolerant, but it's not like super intense. Or holy crap! Like the text for my music thing is like you can't even see it. It's just blending in with the background. I'm gonna fix this. I think I'm just gonna do background. I want background. There we go. Alright, that's better. Needed to do the background so you can actually see it. You see the text of the song. No, but yeah, I am lactose intolerant. I can stomach most dairy. I just can't have too much of it, and that's when it becomes a problem if I have too much. So for the most part, I try not to do any dairy, but sometimes you just can't avoid it because so many things use dairy. So, I was doing a little test with milk because I usually just get lactose-free milk. But at the time I went to go shopping for milk, they were completely sold out of lactose-free, so I had to think of another option, and I decided to get some low-fat organic milk and see how that goes. So far, it hasn't really caused any problems. I had a bowl of cereal before I went to bed. Yeah, before I went to bed, I had a bowl of cereal with it, and I haven't had any problems with it, so I think I'm pretty good. Alright, anyways, Baja Fresh, never actually been there before. I don't think we actually have a Baja Fresh where I live. Just to make sure, I'm actually gonna check this out. Baja Fresh. I don't think they have Baja Fresh. Yeah, I don't think they have one here. I think that's a local chain. Oh, never mind. It's not local, but yeah, there's no locations where I live. So yeah, that's why reason why I never heard of them, so I'm just gonna have to, never had. So I don't have an opinion about them. Blimpies, I do remember there being a Blimpie where I live. I don't think they exist anymore. I think they closed down all of their Blimpie locations over here, so it's possibly when you don't have those here anymore. Alright, so they do have Blimpies in my state, but nowhere even close to where I live. Actually, no, I'll take that back. They do have one in, like, in a town north of where I live, but it's still out of my way. It's still kind of, like, far away from where I live. But, I do remember Blimpie. Not much of it, so I can't really formulate an opinion on it, so I'm just gonna have to put it in never had, so... what the fuck is this? Oh, Jangles. Oh, okay, that's another one I haven't had, so I have to put that there. Boston Market. Oh, man. Okay. The thing with Boston Market, I only know of one that existed where I live, and this was back when I was very young. Living in another town in my state. And, yeah, there was the only one in the entire state that I know of that actually had a Boston Market there. And shortly about the time when I moved away from that place, they shut down. And I'll tell you this much: their food's okay. It's just their prices are incredibly overpriced. Like, the cost for their food is not worth how much you get out of it. So it's kind of hard to actually rank them because, like, yeah, the food's good. It's just really expensive. So I'm thinking it would probably be lower than Arby's. Alright, now we get into some ones I actually have been to. So Burger King. Burger King is definitely going to be a weird one for you guys, because from time to time, I just get that weird urge, like, you know what, I want Burger King, like, right now. And the thing I like to order from Burger King is their BK King meal, son of a bitch is expensive, but I love it. I would definitely put them as the best, but because of the fact that they changed their french fries and they taste absolutely terrible, I'm gonna have to knock them down to A tier. It's even not Taco Bell. Nice. Raising Cane's. I actually got a chance to try out Raising Cane's because they actually opened one up when I was living in Arizona, in Flagstaff, and I actually went over there and tried out their they get a basket of chicken strips and toast, which is really cool. And I'll tell you this much, they're really good. I wouldn't say they're amazing because I've kind of been indoctrinated with some other types of fast food chicken that I like a lot better. But they are really good. Carl's Jr., or I guess if you live on the west side, it's called Hardee's. I hope they don't actually have Hardee's on here because that's the same goddamn thing. Does not look like it, so I think we're good with Carl's Jr. Alright. So you got Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. Okay, so with Carl's Jr., it's kind of a similar case with Boston Market. Their food's really good, but it's really expensive. And another thing that kind of irritates me with them is there was one thing that they actually had on their menu that they don't sell anymore, or at the very least they don't sell them at the locations here, where I live. And that is probably gonna have to be, it was their chili cheese fries. They sold some chili cheese fries that you can have as your side with your meal if you want to for a little bit extra, which I always did. But, you know, because of the fact they're so expensive, I don't do it very often. And they stopped selling those chili cheese fries, so I just got really fed up with going over there just because they didn't have what I wanted. And on top of that, there's not a lot of, like, choices that I enjoy eating at Carl's Jr., so usually when I go there, I just like, I get basically the same thing over and over again just because there's not a lot of options for me that I like. So, unfortunately, they're going to be dropped down to D. If they actually had the option to actually choose different options besides the same goddamn thing, then I probably would rank them a little bit higher. Checkers never actually ate there, so nope. And that's Chick-fil-A, yeah? Yeah, it's Chick-fil-A. Okay, we got tons of Chick-fil-A here. There's actually one that's not too far away from my house. And I'll say this much, I've only been there probably twice. And every time I've been there, I've always been disappointed. Why is there two tier lists of F? Leave that one. Thank you. Yeah, oh, I haven't had Checkers, so I can't really formulate an opinion, but I'm gonna say this, Chick-fil-A is absolute garbage. Every time I've been to Chick-fil-A, all their food has always been, like, disappointing. A lot of people like to hype up their chicken sandwiches and, like, but they're terrible. They're probably one of the worst chicken sandwiches I've ever had the pleasure of eating. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? We're doing some tier lists because I just want to kind of have, like, a chill, relaxed stream. I'm kind of fighting a headache right now, so I don't want to do anything too intensive right now. Alright, so Chipotle, or as a friend likes to pronounce it, Chipotle, which is fucking weird. I don't know why, because that's not how you pronounce it. It's Chipotle. When I was when I was living in Arizona, I used to, well, it was like almost like a daily thing for me to eat Chipotle. What the fuck do you tell us that things there are failure? Yeah, but Chipotle, I kind of lived off of Chipotle when I was Flagstaff, and I'll tell you this much, I really do like their burritos, and yeah, their burritos are really good. So, I know there was a bit of controversy with them a couple of years ago with them, like, oh no, E. coli breakout for Chipotle, but it's like, when that news dropped and I still went over to eat Chipotle, I was told fine, so... I don't know, maybe it's probably just for specific stores, but I just find it funny that people think that, oh, this one store, or these two stores actually got an E. coli breakout, it's gonna affect all the stores. But, nah, I was totally fine. So with that being said, Chipotle is the best. It's definitely one of the best when it comes to burritos. At the very least, I would say that local shops that make burritos are definitely leagues better than Chipotle. But when it comes to just fast, when it comes to general fast food, yeah, Chipotle is. I would consider them the best. I like their salsa. The chips and salsa is really good too. It's, yeah, there's not because like there's a lot of options I would get from Chipotle, so that's kind of reason why I like to put them as the best. Churches, never actually eaten those, so I don't have an opinion on them. Cookout, don't know that one either. Culver's, um, Culver's is another example of good food, but really expensive. My parents like to go there every once in a while. There's one, they actually have a Culver's actually close by where my sister lives, and whenever my parents go to visit my sister, well, they actually sometimes like to stop by there and get something at Culver's. Usually they like to get the frozen custard because it's um one of the few desserts that my mom can eat, because my mom has celiac disease where she can't eat wheat very often, or usually not at all. And with Culver's and their frozen custard, they don't use wheat on their custard, so it's why they always like to go there to get some frozen custard. Their food's also really good too. But because of how expensive they are, I actually put them a little bit lower, but I think they'll be comfortable at like a higher B. Definitely a little bit better than A&W. Oh. Alright, so now we got to KFC. KFC is very divisive. I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people either say that KFC is really good, and other people say KFC is really bad. Yeah, I'm kind of on that ground too, where I can't really specifically say if KFC is good or bad. They're kind of like, oh, they're there, but I'll tell you this much: I would say they're getting a slight bump up to B tier from C, because of the fact they have their mashed potato bowls, and I love their mashed potato bowls. So I would definitely put them at B tier, but at like a lower B tier. Del Taco. Oh man, I know a lot of people always like to do comparisons between Del Taco and Taco Bell and saying like, oh, which one's the best one? Taco Bell and Del Taco both have their strengths and weaknesses. I like Del Taco's, like, they have a lot of options with their menus and whatever you can get, because they don't do nothing but just, like, Mexican-style food. They also have burgers there, too. So you can get a cheeseburger at Del Taco, and it's actually not that bad. It's a pretty small burger, but nonetheless, it's still a burger. And you can get that at Del Taco. It's not like you can go somewhere else to get a burger. You're just like, oh, we're at Del Taco, and I'm not in the mood for burritos or tacos. I'll just get a burger because they sell them there. Racking my brain since they're... mindset, what? Yeah, I would say Del Taco is definitely high up in there. I wouldn't say they're the best, though. They're pretty high up in there. So I'll put them on like a higher A tier. Denny's. Denny's is very special. I'm not sure if that you can consider that good or bad, but yeah, Denny's is very interesting just because if you ever follow their official Twitter account, they do post some very interesting stuff on there. It's just like a lot of stuff is just them just like joking around, but it's still like very weird stuff they like to post. But overall, Denny's is actually okay. I won't say they're the greatest or the worst. Yeah, I would definitely put them as like probably a little higher than Boston Market. So, Domino's. Ooh. Ooh. You know what's funny? I only like Domino's pizza for their sandwiches. Their pizza is absolutely garbage. Because they have their sandwiches. Their sandwiches are really awesome, but their pizzas are disgusting, and I absolutely hate them. I don't know what it is, but their pizzas always give me gas. And just like, here I eat like maybe 2 slices, and I'm like farting for the rest of the day. And I don't know why it's like that. Cat's on your bed? Hi, kitty. I think my cat's on my bed too. Yeah, my kitty's sleeping too. He's a snoozing on my bed. Dairy Queen! I haven't been to Dairy Queen in a long time, so I'm not like I don't actually have like a formulated opinion on them right now. It's just because it's been so freaking long since I've been there. So, at the very least, I'm just gonna say I never had, even though I have had them before. It's just been so long, so I don't remember. But, okay. Now we got to El Pollo Loco. You know, it's funny, I just had El Pollo Loco a couple days ago. We actually have some leftovers in the fridge. And I'll say this much, when it comes to just, like, typical fried chicken, they're definitely leagues better than KFC. Like, so much better than KFC. I definitely would put them much higher than KFC, but the fact that they don't have mashed potato bowls kind of sinks them down a little bit. But would I want to have them as higher than A&W? Yes, I would. I also like their mashed potatoes and gravy is really great, and all their rice, their what was it, Spanish rice? I think they cook Spanish rice there as well. It's really good too. Oh, Firehouse Subs. Oh man. Firehouse Subs is gonna be interesting to rank because if anyone knows the story behind Firehouse Subs, the whole point of their business is that all their proceeds, either all or most of their proceeds, actually go to benefiting local fire departments. So whenever you go there to buy a sandwich, you go to a Firehouse Sub and buy a sandwich there, you actually all your money is going towards to supporting local firemen and firehouses. And so it's actually one benefit that I would give to them, and that's really awesome. So, and I'll tell you this much, they do have a lot of options when it comes to sandwiches. So you know what I'm going to say? They're the best. Wow. Now we're going to Five Guys. They have a couple Five Guys here. I know Five Guys is more of like an East Coast area stacked. Really? I mean, I still have, I think I still have more that I haven't been able to eat, just because they don't have them here. Oh. I'm forgetting this Sonic. Well, Sonic's down over here, so we can definitely get that in here soon. Five Guys. You want to know my opinion about Five Guys? There you go. I don't like doing Five Guys because if you want to talk about really expensive food, Five Guys is where you go. Because last time I actually tried to go to Five Guys, they wanted to charge me $12 for just a burger. And so I'm just like, no. And then there's actually at one point where my dad bought me a burger at Five Guys. So I didn't have to lose any money out of it. And I tried it myself, and Five Guys is actually very disappointing. I don't understand why people hype Five Guys up so much, because they're actually not that great. They're not amazing. Oh, IHOP's interesting because it's like the quintessential place you go if you want to get pancakes at any time during the day. Because with IHOP, you can go there for lunch and get pancakes, which is pretty awesome. And they do have some very interesting flavors for pancakes. So, I guess if you're a pancake person, which I'm not like super into pancakes, but still, if I wanted to go somewhere where I have an option of different flavors of pancakes, I would definitely go to IHOP. So I'm gonna put them in B tier. It's mostly just, I also put them in B tier just because they also have other options of food you can get. I like their mozzarella sticks, even though I actually used to work at an IHOP for a little while. It was one of the a temp job that I had when I was in Arizona. Shortly before I moved back to Utah, I was working there as an overnight cook. And yes, I know how stuff is cooked in there. Mozzarella sticks are deep fried, just so you know. But yeah, that's what I usually like to get there, is like, whenever I leave for the night, and whenever I finish up my shift, and I'm just like, hey, can I get some food? And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'll get some mozzarella sticks and chicken strips, and, it's the best. I love it. I distinctly remember coming home from work with a little container of mozzarella sticks and chicken strips with some marinara sauce, and I set it up on my desk, and I turn on some JoJo Bizarre Adventure and watch that while I eat my food. Good times. Good times. I love it. Alright, In-N-Out Burger. The the first time you got In-N-Out Burger that opened up here in my state, it was the talk of the town. Like, there was everyone, like, literally everyone was saying that we need to go to In-N-Out for lunch, and it was, like, the only location in the entire state that opened up, and it was, like, literally miles of cars waiting to get some In-N-Out Burger. And macaroni with the chicken strips. I've done that before, too. I know macaroni and cheese with chicken strips. Yeah. Um, yeah, when I first started going to the In-N-Out Burger, it seemed like it was kind of like a daily thing, and it got so it was so often that I got tired of it. You get double animal style on both your fries and burger. Sometimes it just kind of it just wanes on you, and you just start to like, no, I don't want this. No, this is the absolute worst. Wait, what? What do you mean? Well, anyways, I'm gonna rank In-N-Out Burger. Definitely a lot better for when it comes to burgers, but it's just let me put it in a high B tier, pretty close to a low A tier. Just because like I've been so burned out from In-N-Out Burgers that I kind of like learned to like not go there very often. Macaroni with the chicken strips. Wait. Oh, okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Anyways, Jack in the Box. Moving on. Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is really good. I like Jersey Mike's. Well, some people like to do the Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's comparison. I definitely say that Jersey Mike's is definitely a lot better. They got a lot more options when it comes to sandwiches. Yeah, I definitely will put them higher than Burger King, though. Jimmy John's, it's kind of hard to actually say that they're better than Jersey Mike's, so I'm probably gonna put them, like, along with Jersey Mike's, just slightly lower, just because, like, Jersey Mike's usually has a better price with sandwiches compared to Jimmy John's. They both deliver, though, so it's pretty cool. Jollibee, never had them before, so never had. Oh, right, Little Caesars. Wow. I might be a little biased on this because I used to work for Little Caesars before, in the past. So I know how things are made over there. My parents are in the bath. I don't know, mom or dad are in the bathroom. Yeah, Little Caesars. So I actually used to have Little Caesars. I used to work at a Little Caesars. What the hell am I thinking? Okay. I used to work at Little Caesars. So, I know how things are made there. I know how all the ingredients and how all the toppings, the sauce, the bread, the dough, I know how it's all made. And I want to let you in a little secret here. Little Caesars, their pizza sauce is actually made fresh. Their marinara sauce is 100% fresh. It is not out of a can at all. The only thing that I know of that's technically not fresh, they actually get from the distribution center, is their dough. The dough is not fresh. It's just in like regular, just regular trays with balls of dough, and we just stretch them out and get them prepped up for making pizzas. And the smaller ones, we use those for the what was it? The crazy bread? Yeah, they can use the smaller ones for the crazy bread. And you have a little machine that that roll them out for you, so it's actually really nice. So if I were to rank Little Caesars, because they actually are pretty cheap, a lot of people always like to assume just that like because you can get their entire pizza for $5, they think that, oh, it's probably just cheap garbage food. It's actually not that bad. I would say their dough is definitely. I would say their crust is definitely not like the best, but the fact that they have their marinara sauce is fantastic, and it's like super fresh. I definitely would rank them much higher, but a little bit lower just because because their crust is pretty bad. But yeah, Long John Silver's, because I have a fish allergy, I don't eat there. So I'm not gonna rank them as garbage, which is I never had, but I probably will never eat them just because I can't eat fish, so. $5, $5. It doesn't make me sick and tastes good, I ain't gonna complain. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, Little Caesars is usually my go-to if I want pizza but not want to spend a lot of money. I'll go if I don't want to spend a lot of money but I want pizza, I'll just go to Little Caesars. But Domino's is definitely my last pick when it comes to getting any pizza, just because Domino's has problems with me for some reason. But anyways, alright. Now we're at the big guns. McDonald's. McDonald's. But you guys already know this is coming. So. Yeah. You already know this is coming. You guys already know it. I feel like the only thing the McDonald's has it going for it is probably their fries, but even then, their fries are still just, there's better out there. Because McDonald's fries are only good if they're like, you know, fresh off the cooker and they're still piping hot. That's when it's really good. But literally everything else is it's just absolutely disgusting pieces of garbage. It's the absolute worst. I can't stand McDonald's. Back then, they used to be really good. But now when they decided to focus more on quantity than quality, they started to dwindle way down for them. But no, I can't stand McDonald's. McDonald's is a... Oops. Automod, I might need to turn off Automod here soon. Probably gonna do that. I'm gonna have to turn off Automod. Alright, Moe's. We do have... I knew there's 2 Moe's nearby where I live. I've actually never been there myself, but my dad has been there, and he's actually told me that they're actually not that good. But I'm not going to formulate an opinion based off my dad's experiences. I want to experience myself before I make an option. And the Noodles Company. Okay, so Noodles Company is very interesting because you have so many options that you can do for food there. I like to go there for ramen because they actually do sell ramen there, and it's actually really good. Definitely not as nearly as good as like if you go to like a Japanese restaurant and get some ramen there. No, but the fact that they have so many options when it comes to just anything that uses noodles, like you can get mac and cheese there, you can get like Alfredo pastas, and of course ramen, which is actually pretty awesome. I would definitely rate them much higher, just because they have so many options. Let's have to put them a little bit higher than IHOP. Alright, Panda Express. It's one of the only fast food places that I know that does Chinese food. And, of course, they still have their classic, yeah, Noodles Company actually does, they actually do pasta as well. Because, macaroni and cheese is technically a pasta, so. But yeah, they didn't, like, you can get chicken Alfredo there if you wanted to. But if you're not in the mood for that, just get some ramen. But anyways, Panda Express. They still have their... I like them just because of their orange chicken. Their orange chicken is fantastic. But they actually started to, delve into other types of food for people to eat. And I've started to actually grow, an interest with their, Beijing beef as well. Their Beijing beef's really good. And it's got to the point where they actually kind of like did like this little promotion thing where they were saying that which one's better, orange chicken or Beijing beef? And I'm just gonna be like that person, say they both are good. But Panda Express, as good as they are, they still kind of have that similar problem with like Culver's and such, where their food is really expensive, but it's good, but it's really expensive. And on top of that, their food is actually made fresh as well. Sure, yeah, they have them in the heat, sitting in the on the heat trays to keep them warm, but they don't use like lights to keep them warm. They actually have boiling water below the trays to keep them warm. So at least the food's not getting dried out. It's actually still keeping warm while they still stay moist and fresh. So I definitely will rate them much higher. I'll probably just put them like a little bit higher than Burger King. Panera Bread. Never actually had one, but there actually is a Panera Bread. Where I work. I work at the since I work at the airport, they have a whole bunch of different fast food places that you can go to get some food. They do have a Panera Bread there, but I haven't eaten there yet. I do plan to do that eventually soon. It's just sometimes I just like, oh, I'm not really in the mood for Panera Bread. Because from what I understand, Panera Bread is pretty expensive. I heard they actually got some pretty good soups there, so maybe I'll give it a shot. Papa John's. I used to be pretty biased for Papa John's, because that's another place I used to work at. Believe it or not, I used to work at Papa John's when I was finishing up high school when I got my first job at Papa John's, and I'll tell you this much: back then, Papa John's was definitely pretty good. But as time went on, they started to like really kind of went downhill. And hey Kenshi, how's it going? And I'm pretty sure everyone already knows about the huge controversy about the owner blurting out some very, very disgusting obscenities during a conference call with some of the board of directors for his company. And yeah, I don't think he's ever recovered from that, and a lot of people just refuse to do Papa John's because of it. Would I consider them better than Domino's, though? Yes. Yeah, I would say they're definitely better than Domino's. The only problem is that they are pretty pricey, but nowhere near as expensive as Boston Market, so... What if I set them in... Come on. There we go. Lower than Arby's and Boston Market and Denny's. But definitely better than Domino's. Okay. I don't know what this is, so it's just I'm gonna go with that I've never had, so... Penn Station, what? That's East Coast stuff. I never had that. Alright, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is gonna be very hurtful for me just because I used to eat Pizza Hut all the freaking time. All because the card shop that I go to play Magic the Gathering in person, there's a Pizza Hut right across the street from there. And I used to like get food there every once in a while whenever I'm playing cards and I just wanna get something quick to eat, and I just like order it on my phone, and then once they're ready I just go across the street and go pick it up. It was very convenient. But I feel like that Pizza Hut's quality of food has dwindled down since, since the 90s or 2000s is probably when was like the last time they actually had good food. So, unfortunately, as much as it's gonna hurt me, they're definitely gonna be in the garbage chute because they're just not as good as they used to be. They're just really bad. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm actually gonna put them in D tier, a little bit higher than Domino's, because they do have some pretty good, like their boneless wings are actually really good. But anyways, Popeyes. I've had Popeyes before. And I'm just gonna say this. They are just a little bit better than KFC. But their chicken is actually a lot better. But I'll tell you this much though. The huge hype over their chicken sandwich. Like how so many people are saying like, oh, it's one of the best chicken sandwiches ever. I've tried it. It was pretty meh. So I don't know what the whole point of the hype was. There's a Portillo's. I never had that one before. Potbelly's never had that before. I don't know that one. Quiznos. Quiznos is interesting just because, as far as I know, there's no more Quiznos locations anywhere where I live. There used to be tons of them when I was much younger, but not so much anymore. It's unfortunate. But yeah, they were really good. Because I think they were one of the first to to do toasted sandwiches, so that kind of made them stand out a lot. And I actually did like their toasted sandwiches, but they're unfortunately not around anymore. And of course, my brother and I always loved to watch those like really weird Quiznos Subs commercials. It was their commercials were very odd and unsettling, but they were still like, they get stuck in your head. My brother and I love those commercials. But yeah, I'm not sure why Quiznos started closing down around here. I think there's only I only know of one location that's still open, and believe it or not, it's actually pretty close to where I work at the airport, but it's still kind of a ways away for me to actually get there because it's not actually at the airport. Whereas with Panera Bread is literally inside the airport. When I rank Quiznos Sub, I would probably rank them probably around the same places, probably like Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's. That's about how good they are, just because they definitely were the ones that pioneered the toasted subs. Where Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's, they actually only do cold sandwiches. So actually, I probably would put them a little higher than them. It's just unfortunate that I don't have a way to actually go over to a Quiznos Sub to get their food. Roy Rogers, no, over there. Sbarro was interesting just because they give you these giant slices of pizza, and they were more common in malls. So really, if I were to rank them anywhere, I would definitely make them much higher compared to Papa John's. But because of the fact that there are such limited locations for you to actually get their pizza, is where I would rank them a little bit lower. If they had more locations for you to get to, I would definitely go there more often. What's this? Schlutsky's? I don't know that one. Shake Shack. There is a Shake Shack at the airport, and I hadn't tried it before, so I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what it's like. Sheets. Don't know that one either. That looks like it says Skyline on that one. Don't know that one either. Okay, so we're at Sonic. I like their chili cheese dogs at Sonic. They also do like a popcorn chicken as well, which is okay. But if I really want good popcorn chicken, I would do KFC or Popeyes. I think Racing Cane's also does popcorn chicken too, but I don't know. Sonic. I think Sonic is kind of average. They're not amazing, but they're not terrible. So I'll just kind of I'll definitely put them a little bit higher than Boston Market because they're definitely much cheaper than Boston Market is. You know what? I think I'm gonna move Boston Market a little bit lower. Okay, that's another one I never tried yet, so I'm just gonna put that in there. Subway. Oh, the classic. The classic. Subway does have a lot of options for your sandwiches, but I usually only go for one type of sandwich, which is the not the sweet onion teriyaki, but I do use the teriyaki chicken and just make my own. And that's literally the only sandwich I do. With Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's and sometimes Quiznos, I actually do have more options to order, and sometimes I'm not always in the mood for the same sandwich. Subway, on the other hand, I'm only in the mood for the teriyaki chicken sandwiches. So definitely gonna probably put them a little bit lower. They're still pretty good. I'll probably put them right next to In-N-Out. Swenson's? That's another one I never tried before, so... Alright. Is this the one everyone's waiting for? Is Taco Bell? I wonder if this is the one everyone's waiting for. Oh. These painkillers are not working. And my head still hurts a lot. Yeah, we got some Taco Bell here, so... I know I always like to order Taco Bell a lot, but it's just mostly because they actually are pretty cheap. And I like their chicken quesadillas. And their beefy 5-layer is pretty good too. But sometimes you can get burnt out from Taco Bell. To the point where it's just it feels like that your insides are just getting ravished just from eating something very small from Taco Bell. So I would definitely probably put them in a much higher D tier, because too much Taco Bell can cause problems. But with what little they have, with the few good things they have too many bad things for them. Taco Cabana? Never had them. Torchy's Tacos? Nope. Waffle House. We have a Waffle House here, but it's not like an actual, like, it's not like an official Waffle House, so I guess I can't really make a comparison with that one. Wawa, never been that one. Wendy's. Out of all the fast food places that does burgers, I would definitely put Wendy's as the number one. They are probably one of the best when it comes to just, when you want to do fast food burgers, they're the best. It's a Whataburger. I've run into Whataburger a couple times, so I guess they're actually they're pretty fine. I'm gonna probably put them a little bit higher than A&W though. Gotta move this down a little bit. Yeah, definitely say Whataburger is definitely is probably one of the better ones out of these three. But if I wanted a good fast food burger, I would definitely just do Wendy's. White Castle. We don't have any White Castles restaurants here, but they do sell their. They actually do sell their burger sliders in the frozen section at grocery stores here. And I'm gonna say this much: they're absolute garbage. They're absolutely one of the worst burgers I've ever had. I'm not sure it's just because of the fact that I was eating the frozen version of them, but from what I've experienced with their burgers, they are the absolute worst, and I absolutely hate them. Wiener Schnitzel. It's been a while since I had Wiener Schnitzel, but I'll tell you this much: I actually ate a lot of Wiener Schnitzel when I was in high school, living with my brother. That was around the time when I was doing my first job at Papa John's. I like Wiener Schnitzel because they actually had a thing called the French fry burrito. It was like a beef and cheese burrito, and it had like French fries just stuffed inside with the tortilla. And I'll tell you this much: it was an odd fascination for me because I loved having that. It was one of the best things I've ever had in my life. So I'm definitely gonna put them pretty high up in there, over at A tier. That I don't know what that is, so that's gonna go into never had. Wingstop. Wingstop is good, but they still have the unfortunate problem of being expensive food. Their food is very expensive, but it's pretty good. So it's unfortunately going to have to drop down to C tier, definitely higher than Boston Market. I would say their food's definitely better than Boston Market. But because of how expensive they are, sometimes I don't have to, I just can't do it. Zaxby's. We actually have a Zaxby's not too far from where I live, so it's just kind of down the road from where I live, so it's actually pretty convenient. Their food's actually pretty good. And from what I understand, this location that's actually just down the road from my house, is like one of the only locations they have in Utah, which is very interesting because from what I understand, they are a Southeast restaurant. So it's kind of interesting to be like, oh, this location right here is the only one in all of Utah. So it's really interesting to actually have that flex you can do that I can do. But yeah, they're really good. I would definitely put them definitely a lot higher than. Actually, no. You know what? Actually, would put them higher than El Pollo Loco, just because you actually have the option to get the steak fries and the toast, which is really cool. And their sauce, oh, their sauce is really good. I love their sauce. But oh man, there we go. Fast food tier list. This is unquestionable. This is 100% what it should be. I'm just kidding. Oh man, it's amazing. And the question is there anything that I want to readjust? Do I want to like try to shift around here? I do have a lot of them that I never actually tried before, which I hope to actually change that here soon. Especially, especially with Panera Bread and Shake Shack, because those two, they're actually at the airport I work at. So if I really want to, I can stop by there and get some of their food. I'll probably do that once I actually get back to working and I'm doing swings. I'll actually be able to go over there during my lunch break and actually, actually get something over there for my lunch. So that'd be pretty awesome. And actually formulate an opinion if they're good or not. But yeah, here we go. A wonderful tier list of fast food places. You know what? Let's go ahead and save it. And then I will upload it onto the Discord server and just say like, okay, here's the fast food tier list of mine. Fast food tier list. Save. Alright, wanna do another one? What kind of tier list do I wanna do next? Candy? Basic candy tier list? Candy and candy bars. What's this one? What does this one have? Oh god. What the fuck? No, we're not gonna do that one. Candy and candy bar. Candy flavors? Best non-chocolate candy US. What is this? Okay, what? Ultimate candy tier list. Well, that's a lot. Alright, well, I guess we could probably do this. Actually, no, wait. I got Oop, I didn't type it in. Chips. We get the chips. Chips tier list? Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, I think this will be good. We'll do a chip tier list. Alright. But I have noticed that there's specific chips that they actually don't have on here, though. But there's actually some chips that I actually have eaten that they don't have on this list. Oh, maybe not this one. Over 100 different types of chips. Holy shit. Wait. That's in a different language. What the hell? I think this one. I think this one will work. Oh, alright. I think I'm gonna probably just do this tier list, and I think I might just call it good, because my headache, this headache is still just like, it is kicking my ass right now, and the painkillers are not working. And I need to wait a couple hours before I can take any more, because I don't want to overdose on painkillers, especially if I'm using a different type of painkiller. So I took some, was it acetaminophen originally for my headache, and it's not doing anything. And usually if that's the case, I have to take ibuprofen to do it instead. So, yeah, I can. I just want to finish, I want to finish up this, I'm going to do this, the chip tier list real quick. And after I'm done with this one, I'll probably just end the stream like super early and do that. If anything, if you guys just want to hang out, I can do a raid over at Rye. He's actually streaming again, which, that's kind of what I expected him, because I kind of gave him that big old kick in the rear to get back to streaming, because he keeps complaining that a lot of people aren't recognizing him, and I'm just like, dude, you haven't been streaming consistently. You've only streamed like once every 2 weeks. And if you want to actually have people support you, you gotta be streaming more often. And just look at me, because I'm in streaming as often as I can every week. And so, that's why I got so many people that want to come hang out with me and want to support me. But anyways, so we're doing some chips. I don't know what these are, but I can see that they're part of the Cheeto brand. So I'm just gonna say never try because I don't recognize them. So we got here's the Cheetos Jalapeno. These ones are actually really good. But I can't eat them very often just because, like, having too much of, like, artificial spicy tends to cause problems for me, so I would say they're great, but I can't eat them very often just because of, like, you know, artificial spices. I think this is the Buffalo Ranch. That's another one that I would eat, but I definitely will try to stay clear from them. These are the regular Cheetos. I think regular Cheetos are good too, but I don't like having too much of it. Having too much of Cheetos can cause a problem, and it just doesn't work out for me. What the hell? Why is there so many difference? Okay, oh, never mind. I thought they had two of the same chip on here. This is the Flaming Hot. I can't do Flaming Hots anymore. I used to do them all the time, but after you eat those and then you're basically stuck in the bathroom for hours on end with your asshole on fire, you tend to, like, kind of stay clear from them from now on. I don't know what those ones are, I can't tell. So I'm just gonna have them as never tried. Chester Flamin' Hot Fries, never tried those, just because they're Flamin' Hot. Flamin' Hot Puffs, I can't do those, just because they're Flamin' Hot. Puffs! Puffs are the best. The Cheetos Puffs are the best. That's another one of the Flamin' Hots that I can't do. Alright. So, what were these Doritos? The purple bag Doritos, those were the sweet, the sweet salsa flavored, I think it was the sweet salsa flavored. Those are pretty good. They're very solid. I don't know what that one is. I never tried those Doritos, so... Cool Ranch Doritos are the best. I would say they're number one when it comes to Doritos, they're definitely number one for my flavor pick. Doritos Lemon Hot, no. Salsa Verde. Salsa Verde is really good. I like Salsa Verde. Of course, because they're spicy and artificial spice does not agree with me. I can't eat them too often, so yeah. Doritos Tapatio. Can't do those. Nope. No. Those are the Flaming Hot Lemon. Flaming Hot Lemon. I'll give them a try. Nacho Cheese Doritos. They're kind of like the quintessential Dorito, but I would say they're probably not, like, super amazing. I would say they go good well with when you're having a barbecue, but that's pretty much it. Like, why the hell would you get them casually when you can have them with a barbecue, which are 1,000 times better? So you got Frito Twists. I think these are the barbecue flavored right here. They're one of the best. And you got the Fritos chili flavored. Nowhere near as good as the barbecue, but they're still pretty damn good. Regular Fritos? Get the fuck out of here. Those are Flamin' Hot Funyuns. Never tried them, but I don't dare to. Regular Funyuns are really good too. But of course, because they're onions, I don't want to like go out of my way to eat too much of it. So it's more just like, if they're there and like they're one of the few options, I will probably take them because they actually are pretty good. So Lay's barbecue, they're pretty good. They're very good. We've got classic Lay's. I don't like the original Lay's. I like the lightly salted Lay's because I don't know what it is, but Lay's potato chips tend to be very salty. I can't do it. But if I have the option, if I can get regular Lay's potato chips, and I didn't have the option for lightly salted, I probably would do those ones, so... Okay, I think those ones are the spicy Lay's, so... No, we're not doing those. I think that's the pickle flavored. I used to eat the pickle flavored a lot when I was younger. Not so much anymore. So I definitely would put that in, I would eat. That's the salt and vinegar, get the fuck out of here. And that's the sour cream and onion. I used to eat the sour cream and onion a lot too. But I kind of like lost my feel for it, so it's definitely gonna be in the lower. Munchies. I think that's the cheddar cheese munchies. Yes, cheddar cheese munchies is pretty good. I don't know what that one is. So I'm gonna put that there. I went out to Pringles. I think this first one, the purple one's barbecue. Which, I don't know what it is. It's just the barbecue chips are pretty good. Lay's Original? No. Lay's Original is bad. Oh my god. Pizza flavored? Here you go. Pizza flavored Pringles. One of my favorites. That's the sour cream and onion flavored. I think the sour cream and onion flavored Pringles is definitely much better than the Lay's, so I'll definitely put that a little higher. Alright, what's this one? I don't know what this ruffle is, but I see a flaming hot one right there, so I'm just gonna put that up and get that out of there. Sour cream and onion, get that out of here. Ruffles Original, they're good if you have dip. If you have like a special type, like a cheese dip, like a cream cheese dip, they're really good. I think that's the barbecue flavor. I think no. Wait, no. It's cheddar sour cream. Okay. If it's the cheddar sour cream that I'm seeing there, yes, it's number one. Sun chips. I think that's the cheese flavored one. So yeah, that's gonna go like right there. I think that's like tomato salsa flavored, which they're pretty good. Not amazing, but not horrible. I don't know what that one is. I think that one's like another sour cream and onion one. But I never tried them, so I can't really come with an opinion. And that's the original, which is just kind of like, eh. Sure. Oh, I can try them. Looks like all the Takis are absolute garbage. I don't know why you would eat them, because they're the worst. Never tried these, so these are gonna just go right here. Oh, there we go. I know that's not all of them, but yeah. But I'm just letting you know, with the Ruffles right here, if these are the cheddar sour cream ones, which I don't think they are, I think they might be the barbecue flavored ones. But yeah, if they were cheddar sour cream Ruffles, yes, they would be number one. But I think they actually are the barbecue flavored, so I definitely would put them much lower. But yeah, usually I would go for cheddar sour cream Ruffles. If I didn't have the option of that, I would definitely choose one of the barbecue flavored ones. Oh man, my head is pounding, and it hurts a lot of pain. Owie, owie, owie. Oh yeah, I think we're probably gonna have to try to sleep this headache off. Go lay down some more and see if that will help, which is gonna kind of suck because depending on how long I sleep to try to get rid of this headache, I'm gonna have to wake up, probably do something for like 3 hours, and then go back to bed. Because I'm aiming to go to bed at around 7 a.m. my time. I went to bed at 8 yesterday, so I think today I need to do 8. Or 7 a.m. Actually, I think I might need to do 6, to be honest. If I'm actually doing the timing here right, to make sure that I'm actually waking up at a decent time on Monday, on the 2nd, then I might need to start waking up a little bit earlier. I need to start going to bed earlier, so I think I might need to go to bed at 6. Well, this is gonna suck, but anyways, I think I might do a raid. You guys want to just kind of chill? We can do a raid. I guess we can do Rye. Do a raid on Rye. He's playing Dark Souls right now, so let's do that. You can go say hi to him, give him some support because he deserves it. But I'll see you all later, and take it easy.